Whiskey 7 Oscar Echo with commentary.
Boom, in and out. Yeah, somebody doubled it here.
Good morning, Ray. So somebody doubled it with me. Well, there you go. Sounds like some sort of gum commercial, doublemint. Stand by and let's see if the double chooses to come back and list. Well, that's a short list. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's happening with John. I'll be right back with you, Ray. Whiskey 7 Oscar Echo. John, good morning.
Oh, good morning. I guess if you had a road rig,
Good morning, everybody.
you should also give preference to mobile stations. And there's supposed to be northern lights coming up tonight, so I'm going to see if I can work some Aurora backscatter on 2 meters and 6 meters. So that's the excitement here. So keep the faith, as they say in the 60s, kb7ara-r.
I was watching for Aurora information on the NOAA website yesterday. I didn't see anything. Must have happened after I stopped looking for it. Huh. Was it a UV event or was it an explosion of particles?
You know, I'm not sure. It's called a coronal mass ejection. I almost screwed up on the last word, but I didn't. So I'm not sure. W7O.
Okay, got it. A bunch of hydrogen, stripping hydrogen molecules without their electrons blasted towards the Earth that interact with the ionosphere surrounding the Earth. Okay, very well. Well, thank you for that information. I'll have to reconfigure my antenna on the roof to point it north and see if I can catch the Aurora curtain like I did in May. That was cool. Okay, anybody else? I'll let you clear, then we'll go over and pick up Ray here from Electric City.
I thought I cleared my call, but maybe I didn't. W7OE clear.
You probably did, but I'm going ditzy in the head this early in the morning. It's kind of like having a dream. I had guinea pigs and rats and mice on my bed sheets, and they were all pissing and pooping on them. It was like, oh, I was going crazy. Then I woke up and I realized I wasn't crazy. Okay, Ray, K7TAL, good morning.
Good morning, Tim, and everybody here on the net. It sounded like a mobile station under you. It was in and out, but I couldn't copy anything. He was just there. But anyway, nice day here today. You can see the moon just about 40 degrees above the horizon, straight out the back of the house. And temperature's about 24 degrees here this morning. So a little bit of frost, not a lot. Humidity is 85%, and light breeze, 2 miles an hour and 3-mile-an-hour gusts. So that's it from here. It looks like it'll be another nice day, better than K7TAL.
Fantastic weather report. I haven't been outside yet, so I don't know what it is. Just watch Mark Peterson on TV, and that's about the size of my weather report. I'm going to get myself a nice little weather station. Sounds like you have a weather station. Is it like in a white box out in the backyard?
Yes, I do. I have the control head on the top of my tower. It sits up there pretty nice, and it transmits 433.94 megahertz down to the house.
Well, that sounds neat. Well, thank you for sharing with us. I get myself one of those. I love gizmos like that. I don't know why I never got one. Anyway, what else you got for us?
Yet nothing new to report on our repeater. So, like I said, it'll be possibly 2 weeks yet before I get the transistor for the final. Anyway, I'll be clear. Turn it back over to technical and be monitoring it for the rest of the net. kb7ara-r.
Well, thank you, Ray. This is n6jxn, your morning host, looking for more check-ins. List building time. One all check-in.
kb7 DMR Eugene, kb7 DMU Lunetta, Shado, in and out. Thank you for doing the net. Appreciate it. kb7 DMR, back to net control.
Eugene and Lunetta, kb7 DMR and DMU. Thank you, Eugene. Appreciate it. Count on you each morning. Okay, it's minute 8 after the hour. Looking for more check-ins.
AE7RJ.
AE7RJ. So what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Oh, not much. Just headed back home from having taken the XYL to work. And that's my whole exciting life this morning. Isn't that something?
Well, I'll leave that for you to decide. I'm just what you call a simple net controller.
Okay. All right then, y'all have a good morning. AE7RJ.
AE7RJ. Okay, Randall, we have you duly noted to the log. Yeah, my wife's down in Arizona, tending to a very sick baby. Not sick in terms of like cancer or anything like that. She picked up that respiratory virus. That's what I think I have. Just sneezing, coughing, and all sorts of crap for the last few days. What I mean by that is like I feel like chunks of my brain are going out my nose. At any rate, baby's really bad. So she stayed down there and was helping. Daughter-in-law and son needed to go to work. Somebody needed to take care of the baby. So that's where my wife's at. I'm batching it. I get to walk around the house eating pizza and drinking beer all the time. Not true. Okay, anything else for us, Randall?
No, sir. That's all I got. My life is pretty sedate. I don't have anything like that going on, thankfully. So I just am executing my retirement as I see fit. Except for sometimes when I have to take my wife to work. Other than that, normally I'm asleep this time of day. There we are. Y'all have a good morning. AE7RJ.
Well, thanks for checking in and chatting with me. Oh, by the way, I went up to QRZ because I want to make sure that I had your, what you call, QTH correct, which is Newman Lake. That's an interesting Radio Shack you got there. Looks like it's unfinished. In a garage, perhaps. At any rate, you need to get some insulation in there so that you don't get cold. n6jxn at minute 11.
No, that's actually a room in my house, and it is all insulated. We built that into an unfinished room in the basement, and that's just what I built.
Cool. Well, our basement, where I'm sitting, is finished. I think there's insulation in the wall. I didn't do the finishing, so I guess what I should do is bore a hole in the wall and check to see if the previous owner actually stuffed it with any glass. But at any rate, that's where I'm at. I'm in the basement. Huh. Basement's a good place. At any rate, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. n6jxn at minute 12.
Whiskey 7, Juliet Romeo, Jim in Medical Lake, W7JJR.
JJR, good morning to you from Medical Lake. How's Kristen?
Well, she's still in bed. Yeah, her shack is located in the kitchen. That's where she has her IC 7000. My shack is located out in the garage. There's a little room that was set up for tool storage, and I just first thing I did is I cleared it out and started set up my shack. So thanks for doing that. 7-3, my friend. Whiskey 7, Juliet Romeo, back to net control.
Well, thank you, James. Before you disappear, I take it your radio shack in the garage is insulated, or you just run out there, talk on it, run back in the house, get warm?
Well, I do have a little heater out here. I don't know if it's insulated. I believe it is, but I haven't put eyes on it. You know, we just bought this house a couple months ago. It was built in the 1800s with several add-ons over the last 100 and some odd years. So it's been a very interesting building, to say the least. So I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, check out my QRZ. I now have that shack on my main picture. And it's developing. I added an amp, AL811H, that needs some repair. I just picked that up yesterday or Wednesday. So yeah, Whiskey 7, Juliet Romeo, back to net control.
Excellent, cool. Yeah, I'm looking at your picture right here. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, you put up a soundboard. I wonder if I should do that in my son's house when I'm doing a net control through Echo Link. Put up some soundboard. Except I just stick all my microphones in a big ass box with towels in there so I don't get any echo. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have cussed like that. Well, no. Got a nice radio room there. Okay, n6jxn at minute 13.
KI7 QDZ, Curtis, currently in Pullman.
Was that Kilo Delta Zulu?
Kilo India 7, Quebec Delta Zulu.
Okay, sorry about that, Curtis. Okay. I got you. In Pullman. I once lived in Pullman. I did a graduate program down there, and I was able to graduate, and I escaped. What do you think of that one?
Well, there you go. I was going to say, I'm just down here for work. Came down here yesterday, and hopefully heading back to Spokane today.
A question for the guy in Pullman.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, one ham that I knew when I went to school down there was WA7WNJ. His name is Manning. Do you know him? I think he still has a repeater.
Like I said, I'm currently just down here for work. I don't really know anybody down here.
Okay, it's interesting. I used to hang out at a coffee shop and interact with them for several months. And we didn't talk ham radio. We talked academics and academic politics. And then one day I saw him messing around with a handheld outside. I said, "What's that?" He said, "Well, it's a ham radio." I said, "Geez, I'm a ham too." So we knew each other probably for a half a year without mentioning we were hams. W7OE.
When I was talking on a handheld in his station wagon, Manning drove all over the Palouse in a older model station wagon. He just cruised. That's how I met him. I kind of waited patiently for him to get off the radio and kind of rapped on his door. I said, "Are you a ham operator?" He said, "Sure is." And we got talking that way.
Okay, so you knew Manning as well. Oh, that's kind of neat. W7OE.
My understanding is he picked up stakes and he went back to North Carolina. That's what I understood. I may be entirely wrong, but, I'd have to go and check my sources down in the Pullman area and ask them. Well, okay, John. Curtis, thank you for checking in. This is n6jxn at minute 17.
Good morning. AL4K, Keith and Cataldo, mobiling around, getting some errands done.
Keith and Cataldo,
ready for that, but there's no school out in this area today on Friday. They go Monday through Thursday. So I'm up and headed into Kellogg's, to Walmart, low on bread, might get a new phone case, and then back to working on the basement.
Sounds good, like a good script to do something. What I did is, yesterday, I started up my van and drove it to Cheney, drove it out the backside of Cheney, the Spokane Cheney road, not the highway, and came back around. Every once in a while, you got to start a car up and get it moving. It's been about 2 months since I drove it last, so had to do some braking action. You know, you'd stop so that you get all the rust off the rotors on the brakes. So that's what I did yesterday. Cruised around, saw the countryside. Okay, Keith, got anything else for us?
Just kind of wondering what kind of a van it is, passenger or sleeping or camping.
Oh, it's a mystery vehicle. It's a Scooby van. No, I'm kidding. It's Dodge Caravan. When the family, I bought it in 2005 when the family was medium growing up, used to go camping in it. It's not a camping van, it's a passenger van, but the kids are all gone. I still have the van, so occasionally I have to start up to make sure the batteries work and everything works. I keep a trickle charge on the battery after discussion with Lindell and a few other people last year, so I bought a 1 amp intermittent trickle charger, so keep the battery up so I don't have to spend $120 each spring for a new battery for the car.
All right. I think our kids have got a Dodge Grand Caravan. My wife's looking at something a little bigger. We used to have one when our kids were quite a bit younger, and I think it had a fridge in it, but it had a fold-down back seat and captain's chairs. Something to travel to see the kids in, and in good weather we can sleep in it instead of the motel. That's all I had. Good to hear you. I'll be listening for a bit. AL4K.
Use the van as kind of a truck, a covered truck, so people don't stick their hands in the back of the truck and, filch your items. So that's what I use the van for now. Put all the seats down and do it as a cargo carrier. Okay, n6jxn at minute 20 after the hour, soliciting more check-ins.
kb7ara-r, Spokane Valley, in and out.
Well, Jay in Spokane Valley, got a good, clear, strong signal. Thank you for stopping by. I have you noted on my log as K7JRP in Cincinnati. No, in Spokane Valley.
All right, very good. Have a great day, K7JRP.
I know, that was kind of dumb. There was a show on TV many years ago, W7JRP or something like KRP in Cincinnati, and it was a show about Les Nessman, Johnny Fever. It had Lonnie Anderson in it. Oh, it was a great sitcom. Then it went away. You know how sitcoms go. They last about 3 years and they disintegrate, but it was one of the sitcoms where they had where Les Nessman, or I guess it was somebody in the cast, supposedly was at about 300 feet over the Cincinnati, and they're going to drop turkeys. I want to say Thanksgiving turkeys to a crowd that was assembled below. And unbeknownst to them, turkeys don't fly. They just kind of like go straight down, and then they're splatting on the ground, and there was like, the humanity. Turkey feathers and guts all over the place, kind of one of those routines. That happened to be one of the funniest episodes I ever saw. Well, n6jxn, at this moment in time, it's 22 after the hour.
kb7 Victor X-ray Sierra, Don, Mercer Island.
Well, thank you, Don, for establishing the link between the west side and east side. I know you did a lot of work because I gave you a radio check the other day. That's Whiskey 7 Victor X-ray Sierra, Don, and Mercer Island. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, Tim. Yeah, we got it working. We put the thing up there on Wednesday, and just want to listen into the net here and see how it's performing. Seems okay. We're keeping the link up on 2 meters full time for the time being at least, and so anybody can use it if they want through the day or night. So it's been up now for a day and a half or so. So yeah, that project's coming along. So we're pleased about it. Actually, I'm kind of surprised and amazed at the amount of traffic there was through the day yesterday. So it seems like a lot of people have discovered they can go across the state on this. Although there are other links too that can do that. So back to you, Tim. You have a good day, and everybody on the net, enjoy it. And I'll say 7-3 W7VXS.
So, like a vulture today, I'm going to swoop in and pick your brain. Why do I have a sense that you were an instructor at WSU at one point? Somehow I got that sense when you were talking the other day. Am I correct on that?
Well, I used to have a job over there. It was quite a long time ago, but yeah, I have been in that business, but not for many years.
Okay, Don, we'll talk more about that later. There's somebody that came in right underneath you there. Thank you for all your hard work on getting the links established. This n6jxn at minute 25, continuing with listing people that wish to participate here.
Kilo 7, Sierra Delta Hotel, Big Fort, Montana.
Comment on weather station.
Okay, the comment on the weather station. Stand by, let's see what's happening with Kilo 7 Sierra Delta Hotel, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, Kilo 7 Sierra Delta Hotel, good morning.
Morning, this is Paul from Big Fort, Montana, and this is the second time on the net. We now have a repeater linked into you guys each and every morning. That's exciting that I get to hear people from different parts of the country and what they're up to and what their weather's like. So excited to be a part of this. And as for your WKRP in Cincinnati, I grew up in Cincinnati and near that area. And every Thanksgiving, my family still watches the turkey drop episode. Thanks for doing the net, 73, kb7ara-r.
Yeah, 2 TV shows, I should say a movie, the kid with the BB gun who shoots his glasses off his face and dropping of the turkeys. That had to be the best one I've seen yet. People don't realize chickens really don't fly. Big red hens don't fly. Turkeys don't fly. Say, Paul, I'm looking at you sitting on an ice floe here. You have one hell of a big fish. That's really a cool picture. Okay, thank you, Paul, for stopping by. This n6jxn.
kb7ara-r, Rich, in Lewiston this morning. Got an early start.
Wow, Rich. In Lewiston. Yeah, I guess you did. Mobiling down the road. So how's the ice condition on the road here? It didn't rain or snow.
We might get frost every once in a while, but they put the magnesium chloride down, and so it's pretty mild. The weather is awfully mild, right?
couple of clouds, about 30 degrees. Other than that, it's clear. Yeah, the weather is too nice.
Too nice. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that one. I don't like fog. I sure hope it clears up tonight because if John's right, there's an aurora. I need to have my antenna systems pointed north so I can get a what you call a backscatter. See if I can talk to people via CW.
Backscatter, that's fun.
Locations like I did last time. So I'm going to keep an eyeball on the aurora.
Well, one door closes, another one
I'm going
opens.
to take a look at the forecast and see if I can put
Just like
eyeballs on
Boeing.
it today, too. I usually have pretty good luck where I live at seeing the aurora. Or the one back in May and then the one again in October. I got some outstanding pictures.
Well, that's good. I think the one in October here, all I saw was clouds. Yeah, well, I kind of gave up on that one, so I went back to sleep. I'm looking at this picture Paul has on his QRP page at Sierra Delta Hotel. That is a nice fish. Wow, that is so cool. Okay, Rich, got anything else for us?
Absolutely. Domestic turkeys don't fly. Wild turkeys are the bomb diggity.
Oh, that's right, that's right. I'm thinking of domestic turkeys, big white, round ones. I call them feathered lawn maggots. You see them going up and down our street. They're all clustered together. There's anywhere from 30 to 40 of them just roaming up the street, crapping on everything and chewing up your lawn. Yeah, they fly up in the trees at night. They sit in the pine trees around here and make a lot of noise. You kind of gobble at them. They all gobble at the same time. So, yeah, you're right.
The ones up around my house, they get up the pine trees, but then they do this dive bomb en masse across the top of the house. It's funny to watch, and it's an interesting sound.
Yeah, then it hit the antenna wires, the dipole. I got strung up here. A couple of them hit the dipole, and you can hear it really vibrating through the, I want to say, the firebox, the powder box, firebox. It's a chimney, but it's made of wood, T111. So that vibrates. In the meantime, it messes their wings up, and they're crippled, and the rest of them will take off and just leave the crippled one on the ground with a damaged wing. So, yeah, they fly over my house and hit the antennas.
Well, nobody ever gave them credit for being, outrageously intelligent. So it is a turkey. Don't look up when it rains. I'm going to sign off here. Sam, thanks for doing that. kb7ara-r, I'll be clear.
Excellent. Okay, n6jxn at minute 31.
W7 with comment.
Alpha 7, Quebec Papa, Frank and Spokane Valley. I'll be in and out at Alpha Golf 7, Quebec Papa.
Gotcha, Frank. Thanks for stopping by. Alpha Golf 7, Quebec Papa. John, you have a comment. Go ahead.
Well, 20 meters I worked Finland. It's interesting, I tuned up and down the band, absolutely no signals. So I said, what the heck, I'll put it on CQ mode, have my call sign calling CQ on my beacon mode, and station came back from Finland. Really a nice, strong signal. So I think the problem is lack of interest or activity on CW, not so much propagation. And I went to Ace Hardware, and they had a whole box, a bunch of boxes of finish nails. So I understand they import nails from Finland, and they're finish nails, W7OE.
Well, I feel sorry for all those fins missing fingernails. Do they come in various sizes from children to adult? Can you, glue them onto your hands or your fingers?
No, but I guess finish nails have to be made in Finland. And of course, square head roofing nails are made in Norway, W7OE.
Oh, I thought the Germans made square nails. Anyway, okay. So let me do the halftime event here. Wish to thank the members of kb7ara-r for the use of the repeaters as well. Select thank Dave KL7M for the uses IRLP Reflector 9075 as well as the Boeing employees, Boeing Amateur Radio Club Society, Snoqualmie Valley Amateur Radio Society for the use of the repeaters. We talked to Don earlier in the net about his work for establishing a link from the west side to the east side. Hats off to you, Don, and your compadres for all the hard work you did to ensure that link's there. We also like to thank Fred from Madison, Texas for his work with the IRLP and All-Star Notes, which I probably used the IRLP system last week to great advantage, talking everybody back here, running the net. So for more information about kb7ara-r, you can visit the website at whiskey
Anybody with me?
period, Kilo Bravo Alpha Romeo Alpha, symbol for period, and org is Oscar Romeo Golf. Also, I do have an announcement or two, so stand by. There is Winter Field Day 2025. You can go to the Rusty Putter in Chewelah at the golf club there and see about schmoozing people there with your talents to either send CW, send FTH, or whatever they do on field day, talk on sideband, and that way you can have an interesting time. So you can look up the newsletter and get more on that. I'm not going to read the newsletter, but for those people interested in attending field day up at Chewelah, there you go. You can go ahead and look at the instructions. Winter field day starts on the 25th, ends on the 26th. Time of starting on Saturday is 1600 GMT, or Universal Coordinated Time, and ends at 21:59 GMT, or Universal Coordinated Time. Okay, to register your station and club, go to winterfieldday.org, and you can do such. Okay, let me stand by here for a second. Also, the 2025 Spokane Ham Fest will be held April 26, 2025. It will be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Horizon Middle School, which is 3915 South Pines Road in Spokane Valley. We have kb7ara-r, we have the Inland Empire, Blues Hills Radio Club, Spokane DX Club, Digital Radio Club, that's W7DRE, and kb7ara-r, and the Northwest Tri-State Group. Okay, $5 admissions if you're under 18. I don't know if that's feet or not. I guess, age 18. I should read before I speak. If you're under 18, you're free. Okay, swap tables, $10. You can read the rest. You get directions there, how to get there, which is always good. Then there's also announcing the 43rd Annual Mic and Key Electronic Show and Swap Meet. That is March 8th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pavilion Exhibition Hall, Washington State Fairgrounds in Puyallup. I think it's Puyallup. Yeah, it's Puyallup. It's not Puyallup. Boy, I read that wrong, didn't I? Okay,
hello, how are you?
$13. Children under 16 are free with an adult. Well, that's interesting. Okay, there's 2 floors. I'll let you read more on your own. There's no point in me reading all this. Okay, newsletters are exciting. Hats off to Scott to put it together. Thank you. n6jxn resuming operations at this time. Look for
have a comment and a question.
W7IUS, Jeff in Covington. Okay, hold, stand fast, John. Good morning, Jeff in Covington. How are you?
Well, good morning, and good morning to those on the net. W7IUS here in Covington. I was picking you up on the Bears 2-meter K7NWS repeater up on Tiger Mountain. They finally got that linked, as you were mentioning earlier. I was giving them signal reports yesterday as they did some tweaking on the repeater to improve the voice quality. Anyway, I'm going to reset. So, thanks for running the net, and good morning to those, Friday morning to those on the net. I just did about 8.6 miles on it looks like an old railroad bed in Dolomites of Italy, virtual cycling on my stationary bike. It reminded me of the Palouse to Cascades Trail that runs from Rattlesnake State Park just outside of North Bend to, oh golly, it goes all the way past Vantage and on towards your direction. I'm going to reset. Anyway, it's actually overcast this morning. It was 35 when I woke up. It's now 31 degrees. So I'll hand it back to you and let others check in. I got to get ready for a Museum of Flight Joseph Trading Committee Zoom meeting, which we have every Friday morning at 9. Anyway, again, thanks for running the net. 73 W7IUS. I'll be clear and monitoring. Good morning.
W7IUS. First stopping by, Jeff, W7IUS. Kind of reminds me, I have a stationary bicycle, but I don't have a little window like that, so I can go pedaling in some exotic area. I just have it in the middle of the room. It's boring, but at least I get my muscles going. John, you have a comment? Go ahead. W7OE. Net recognizes you.
Jeff answered my question. I was going to ask if that station from the west side was on the Bears repeater. I wasn't paying attention. I was on the HF. And I guess the Bears repeater is hooked up and working again. So that's good news. And as far as Manning, his original call was W4HNB. He always said W4 ham, no brain, or has no brain. And that was his call in North Carolina. And I think he had it as a club call at one time in Pullman, but according to QRZ, his address is still listed as Pullman, Washington, so I don't think he's moved back to North Carolina, or if he has he maintains a Pullman address for kicks. W7OE.
Yeah, well, I'll always throw a caveat in there. I heard it from somebody, and you know, as far as it goes, that could be an error, a total error, which probably is. Yes, kinder and gentler repeater system, the KNG. He had that repeater in a little kind of house out in the middle of a knob that, I don't know what was in there, but there was other equipment in that repeater, that building, and it was all isolated by itself out on a knob on the east side of the campus. I remember that one. That's how we talked around Pullman and into Moscow.
Did you take any classes from him? I was in a completely different area, so I didn't, but you being in biology and biochemistry, did you take anything from him?
No, I did not. Most of all my undergraduate work and master's work, I did all my chemistry in Davis as well as Fresno State before I went up to Pullman. You know, there's always perfunctory classes you take, and it's like they're duplicates of what you had before. So I had to take duplicates of class I had before just to satisfy the requirements. But I did not take organic chemistry, which he taught.
Yeah, okay, I should have, because I'd have a better life. I remember the phrase better living through chemistry, which means I think you have a better life if you take chemistry classes. W7OE. We'll let you continue on.
Well, it certainly helped me when I was in the pesticide business for many years there, years ago. I understood the mode of action of carbamates, organophosphates, chlorinated hydrocarbons, and I can go on and on, upon the nervous system of an insect. And if, well, you know this one, with rat brains, it turns out that the nervous system of a rat is very similar to the nervous system of a human being. As a result, what poisons a rat can poison us. So that's what I applied most of my early chemistry training to, is understanding toxicants. And as a pest control advisor, you needed to know that. So that's my spiel. N6jxn.
I don't know if that joke went over your head, but better living through chemistry was sort of a drug term in the 60s, kb7ara-r.
Yeah, I heard it. Sometimes I kind of shine things on because kind of get me. I mean, that it's kind of like I handed a little bag as a Christmas gift gag to another amateur operator at the event that we went to in December, and it was Cheerios, and I call them donut seeds. And the person I gave them to looked totally like flabbergasted for a second, like, what do I do with these? It's a joke. So sometimes jokes really do go over people's heads, and it's like all of a sudden I felt real bad. It's like, well, maybe I shouldn't have given it to them. I wasn't trying to make fun of them. I, it was kind of a gag gift. Here's some donut seeds, and it's usually 120 days before you get a right donut. Well, it didn't work. Okay, that's it. N6jxn.
Kilo Juliet 7, Lima Victor Delta, Richard, Spokane Valley.
Well, Richard, Spokane Valley, good morning. Have you ever planted donut seeds in the backyard? You know, those little things that look like Cheerios? Oh, they are Cheerios. Never mind. They're good. That's a good gag gift for kids.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, our squirrels like Honey Nut Cheerios. But, yeah, speaking of the Ham Fest, and you brought up the newsletter, I was kind of browsing through the minutes of the ARRL leadership minutes the other day, and for Ham Fest, they've come up with some new guidelines to be a sanctioned ARRL event, and so those new rulings are going to be going in effect, I think, in June. So I don't know if some of the officials from kb7ara want to look at those or not. Might be useful information.
I was not aware of that. I'll go and check that out later this morning. Thank you for that heads up. I can't be scanning everything, but it's incumbent upon people such as sharp eyes in the audience out here, such as you, Richard, to bring it to our attention. Well, thank you.
Yeah, some of the stuff, just kind of catches my eye, and I just get nosy and want to see what's going on. So I know they had some botched official election stuff like that, and they started redoing the bylaws. So every once in a while, I'll go through and look and see what they've done. So other than that, we're just here at a nice 19 frosty degrees.
Pardon? 19 degrees, frosty. Well, it's cold outside when the cats want to go out, and they go running out, and they stand there, and they don't like it, and they turn right around and come burning back in the house. So, yeah, even the cats don't like that temperature.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and clear. Just wanted to say good morning. And Brenda's running around the house, so you could put her down as a +1, and then if she gets a chance to check in. So anyway, 7-3, kb7ara-r.
kb7, Lima, Victor Delta. Okay, +1. N6jxn, looking for a lot of traffic at this time.
And in California, kb7ara-r.
Did I get that right? KK7XK?
Oh, it's Victor X-ray Kilo, Dan here in Kalispell.
Oh, okay. I got it. Victor X-ray Kilo, Kalispell, Dan. So, I take it must be a little colder over there than 19 degrees then.
QSL, but only about by 3. It's 16 here in Kalispell right now. And first up by n6jxn, Neil, he's got his 2-meter repeater here in the valley hooked up to the kb7ara-r net now, so that's a substantially bigger footprint than our usual gateway. That covers pretty much the entire Flathead Valley from Everett Hill outside of Missoula, halfway to the Canadian border, and west all the way out to Marion. The only other thing I had today, just a reminder on Winter Field Day tomorrow, noon Montana time, 3.880. Going to do a Montana Traffic Net check-in for the Winter Field Day.
I take it you're doing that inside an enclosure, not in a tent outside?
We are 4M is our class, because I've got a camper parked on the property we're using, so technically I'm mobile, I'm in an RV, but we have 2 guys that are set up out there in wall tents. They'll be burning wood stoves while they do the event.
Well, I gotta say, you're a better man than me. I don't take too kindly to freezing my toes off. Did that when I was a Boy Scout. No longer a Boy Scout. I'm an old man. I'm 70 years old, so I'll just, enjoy everybody else doing it, and I'll talk to you via the confines of a nice, warm basement. How about that?
Looking forward to it. One of these days I'll be there myself. I don't know why I nerd out on the whole AMCOM, do it when it's nasty conditions side of ham radio, but I do. Anyway, that's all I had. Back to Ned.
Well, I kind of wimped out when I was 18. I could have waited around and got drafted into the Army. I joined the Coast Guard, and since I was a ham operator, I wanted to become a radioman. What the understanding is, even on a board ship, the radio room is warm. You may sway back and forth with a bucket between your legs for that occasional, dare I say, nausea that comes with swaying back and forth. Or you're in a radio room at some land base. Well, I got lucky. I got a whole bunch of land-based billets. So that's what I did. Now, I suppose I wasn't courageous enough. I should have been a bosun's mate on a 44-footer going out to rescue people. Instead, I did radio traffic rescue. There you go. n6jxn. Look for more traffic.
Alpha 7 Radio Man Mobile.
Alpha 7 Radio Man RM.
QSL, yeah, that's right. Alpha 7 Romeo Mike. But heard you talking about being a radio man, so hey, that's in my call sign. But I think you pointed that out once. Yeah, Nate here, just driving mobile I-5 South. Normally commuting to my office, but today we're doing some work down south, South Seattle. So so driving down there, and I'll be checking into some nets along the way. But nice clear day. It looks like it's going to be today, and yeah, I'm planning to do some Winterfield Day tomorrow. At least tomorrow afternoon. I think I'm going to go my own and try it out. So, but we'll see if I can stay warm. Alpha 7 Romeo Mike back to net control.
Well, yeah, Nate, I remember saying that when I saw your call sign, Alpha 7 RM. Well, radio man, yeah, that's a cool call sign. Yeah. Sometimes call signs are real tongue twisters, but that one I'll pick up on. You're right. Okay. I'll let you go. You be safe. It sounds like you're traveling, and I can hear some road noise. What did I say? Oh, you got your radio on a Bible there? Chronological Bible? I gotta ask you that. Are you using the Bible to support your radio? The picture you got up on QRZ?
Yeah, that's right. It was about the right thickness to help prop it up. So I've got a bunch of other Bibles that I'll actually read. But yeah, AA7RM.
Oh, real cool, real cool. Give it the little flavor of God there. Okay, thank you for stopping by and sharing with us. And you be safe. n6jxn.
kb7XX.
Oh, there we go. There we go. XX. I don't know if that means total off limits, or I can't talk to you, or does that mean I'm drinking a beer here? Or what's happening, Mike?
Oh, not much. Finished breakfast, thought I'd come in and check in before I start my day over in the wood shop.
I take it when you do wood shopping, you wear a dust mask so you don't breathe in those particles and score your lungs?
You know, I'm supposed to. I do if it gets really bad, but I have the air filtration unit hanging there, so as soon as I start seeing things in the air, I turn it on, and usually come over to the house, grab a cup of coffee or something, or work on another part of the project in another part of the room, the clean room or something like that. So I kind of watch that, because those dust particles can be as bad as smoke.
I think that's what I was alluding to, and I think you picked up on that. Any irritant in the lung, that's what always cracked me up when I was going through high school many years ago. People say, well, cigarettes are bad for you, really bad for you. Yeah, I know they're bad for you. I'm not a smoker. Then they light up a joint or a marijuana cigarette and start inhaling that stuff. This is, you know, all those unburnt hydrocarbons aren't any good for you. But, you know, they'd start arguing, well, it's not as bad as a cigarette. They said, anything unburnt inhaling is not good for you. But, you know, that kind of fell on deaf ears. Okay, what else you got for us, Mike?
Oh, not much. Just kind of look at my antenna situation over there. I've got a radio that I can do low band and high band over there, but I've got to get something set up for the low bands. Either make up a little push-up mast tower or do something. I just kind of look at that and figure out what I'm going to do. I've got a couple of VHF antennas over there right now that I built that I'm using for VHF, but I don't have the HF set up, and I'd like to.
Well, what I did for HF is I originally started out with a 40-meter dipole, which is still up. I had that pretty well tuned to 7284 with a very low SWR. Then I put up a long wire antenna, 71 feet, and I feed that with an LDG auto tuner at the point source of the antenna. So I kind of retired out the dipole. I didn't take it down, it's still there, but I mostly use now white. I'm able to do multiple bands just by retuning through the LDG system. So that's my setup.
Yeah, I've got an NFED, but I'm not using it right now, and that's what I'm thinking. I might set that up over there. A dipole is going to give me one band, but that little NFED from 40 meters up will work. Like I said, put a little tuner. I've got a little tuner over there. I could use it, and that would give me all my low bands. And I don't work much on 80 meters anymore. It's too much noise on it and stuff. It seems like at my location. So we'll probably go with an NFED. I just don't know if I don't have anything really close by that's elevated that I can get it to slope up, which I think is probably the better orientation for those NFED antennas. I'm not certain.
Well, it's certainly easier to feed it that way, as far as it goes. Sounds like you need yourself a slingshot and a 1 ounce weight and a hard hat, and go find yourself a tree that has fairly dispersed branches, and use some number 10-pound nylon fish line and shoot yourself a weight up there and drag the wire up the tree.
I saw somebody do that with a potato gun. They did it that way. It was I don't think they were shooting potatoes, but yeah, the nearest tree from this location of where I have to set that antenna up would be about 175 feet or better. So it'd be a pretty good distance there. But yeah, that's probably what will have to happen is use, because I've got some tall trees a little bit away from the house there, or from the shop.
Yes, using a potato gun is one way of getting line up over the tree. I believe what's used there is a tennis ball. Put a salvo around a tennis ball and instead of using Aquanet as a gas to propel the tennis ball, I think what it is the pipe or the tube that launches the tennis ball is pressurized to about 75 pounds psi, and you have a fast act switch that releases the pressure behind a tennis ball to blow it up inside the tree. Not blow the tennis ball up, but launch it. That's a better word. Launch the tennis ball through the branches of the tree.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw in that article. They used something, they pressurized it with air, and I believe they did use a tennis ball. Hey, I can aim for the turkey that's sitting at the top of the tree, too.
I started laughing so bad I was coughing on my own bodily fluids here. That is in my throat. Okay, Mike, unless you got anything else for us, we're getting up to the closing time, and there could be more people out there.
No, nothing else. Thanks for letting me check in there. We'll catch you up this weekend and next week, too. You have a good one. Stay safe. Stay
Good
warm.
sounding radio.
kb7XX, 73.
I love it. I'm sitting there looking at QRZ. You got an ancient call sign. It's called an advanced class call sign. Boy, that phased out years ago. So you're caught in purgatory there between heaven and hell with that one. Cool. I had to go extra class last year, so advanced is gone. You realize advanced class and extra class, you go back to the old advanced class ARRL book and look at their questions. They're exactly the same sort of questions you find as advanced class right now. The two of them are the same. It's like I looked at it and said, I'd be darned. So what the advanced class do? I don't know. I didn't have one from 20 years ago to look at that. Okay, n6jxn, admitted 59.
kg7ara-r.
kg7OWY, good morning.
Oh, WY and OWX. Are you going to do winter field day?
No, I don't think so. Oh, that's coming up, isn't it? Let's see, this weekend maybe. So in certain locations, yeah. No, I don't think so. But anyway, it looks nice out. The sun's out. Oh boy, the sun's coming down the mountain, down to us in the valley here. And so it's really nice, but really cold. So 16 here, and it's a little breeze, so it feels like 13. So that's pretty good. Anyway, thanks for being there. Here's Murray, kg7OWX.
Good morning there, Tim. Yeah, not much more to add. It is kind of cool out this morning. I thought we were supposed to get a little snow, but that didn't happen. We got lots of clear sky. Anyway, thanks for doing the net there, and we'll see you next time, or hear you next time, kg7OWY.
I say the same thing. I'll see you later. In fact, I can't see you through the radio here. I can hear you through the radio, so you notice I correct myself quite often. Okay, I'm still looking at Paul's fish here. We had a check-in from Montana, KK7 Delta Hotel, and his portrait on QRZ is he's got one hell of a massive fish there. It's like, cool. Okay, thank you, Blair, Marie, Otis Orchards. Anybody else wishing to get in on this before I close the net down? KM7H, Jim and Annie, Lake 7 Hotel. Well, good morning, Jim and Annie. Why don't you talk? I'm going to cough. Okay, well, don't have that much to add. I heard you talking about the advanced class license. I had one of those one time when this was many years ago. I had to go to the FCC office to take my test for general. And I passed that. They said, well, do you want to try the advanced? I said, I might as well. So I passed that. Basically, it asked a lot of the same questions you get on the extra, but you didn't have to do the code. And they gave you a few more privileges for voice. That was about what it amounted to. Won't hold it here. KM7H back to net. That's an interesting notation. I was kind of the opposite. When I was Coast Guard, I did a lot of merchant code work. In other words, what I mean by that is the merchant fleets out there talk to us in Morse code. This is going back like 1972 and all. So I was a code freak. I can get in there and really send. On the other hand, I wasn't brushed up on theory. So when I went and took the general class amateur radio license, there was an FCC examiner on ADAC, and he says, well, I'm going to have to give you a code test. I said, oh, that's great. He says, I do code at X number of words a minute with the merchant. And he says, oh, that's right, you're a radioman in the Coast Guard. Forget it. I'm not going to give you a code test. Just fill out the paperwork here. So I'd fill out the paperwork, pass the test, and became a general class operator. And that's where I sat from 1973 to, dare I say, 2024. I was during that whole time. And finally, John bugged the hell out of me, and I became an amateur extra class. Well, since 1959, when I was first licensed, the whole thing has changed so much. We didn't used to have what we call the warp bands, the odd bands in between, like 12 and 17 and those. So that was part of it. And then the whole licensing structure has changed several times. So it's been interesting to watch. Hey, we're way past the hour here. I'm going to back out. kb7ara-r. Good hearing from you, Jim. Thank you. That was KN7H. I'm going to go ahead and close the net, release it. I don't want to tie the people up that use the repeater system into the west side to the east side here. So with that, this is n6jxn bidding everybody a safe and good morning. If you have any questions about our organization, you can always refer to the Kilo Bravo Alpha Romeo Alpha.org. That's Oscar Romeo Golf. And look us up. Okay, n6jxn bidding you a good morning and be hearing from you later.
All right, everybody, have a great morning. Now is the time to turn on your radio. Peace out.